one, you guys are going to want to locate your main water supply to the refrigerator. Mine's located right here behind it. Some are located underneath the sink. Then you're going to want to turn the valve clockwise until it comes to a gentle stop. For step number 2, you're going to want like a Tupperware or maybe a towel. That way when you crack this top line loose, it doesn't leak all over the place. You're also going to need a crescent wrench of some type. And while it's still attached to the wall, I like to put a hand on them and then break them free before you take it off of the wall. This will make it easier to remove the other half. And then, like I said, I'm just going to take this off right here and stick it right down inside of my Tupperware. That way it doesn't leak all over the place. Next, I'm going to use my screwdriver. I remove the head, which works as a nut driver to remove mechanical fasteners. That's why I love these Klein screwdrivers. Now that we got it off of the wall, we could go ahead and remove the lower half using the same crescent wrench and get it broke free. Now we're not being hard on nothing. And it should come off right about there. There it goes. Let that drip down onto my towel. For step 3, we're going to do our replacement with the AQUA CREST. This came with a brand new fixture, so I went ahead and installed that using the old screw from the old fixture and just mounting it on the wall. Make sure you hit a stud. Second, these have shark bite fittings on each side, so basically they can accept basic hose, like 1/4-inch hose, or you can use a ball valve crush fitting like I got here for them. For that, I need the little metal inserts that it comes with, and to install them, you basically are just sticking them in both sides until they lock in place. You'll actually feel them clicking and hold themselves in place. Now I'm going to just go ahead and install it. And to do the reverse install, you need to make sure that you got the flow going the right way. So even though it looks like it should go like that, it actually goes like this. The main water needs to come up from this side, follow the arrow, and then go to the refrigerator. So using a 1/2 inch or a crescent wrench to hold on to your little tiny 1/4-inch fitting, you're going to need a 1/2 inch wrench to tighten it down. You can hold it up like that for now to get your line in place, but then basically just spin this until it gets to where it's snug by hand. That way you know you're not cross-threading anything. Once it stops spinning, this is where you're going to put your crescent wrench all the way to the top, and you're going to use your 1/2 inch now and go through and tighten it down, making sure that it's nice and snug. It doesn't have to be like super tight. You don't want to wrench this on there. You just want to make sure that it's snug enough that it's not going to leak. All right, now that we got the bottom, we could go ahead and get the top on. Just want to make sure that you're doing it finger tight and everything's going on by hand first. That way you know for a fact you're not cross-threading anything and nothing's going to get messed up. All right, once I got that done, now I can go to my crescent wrench and repeat the process that we did on the bottom and slowly tighten this up until it's snug. Like I said, you don't want to over tighten this. That's good enough. Yeah, that wasn't right. I went ahead and flipped it around and lowered my clip. That way it's being held up by that little collar right there and it's going the proper way. I almost just installed it the same way somebody else installed it. Glad I caught that. All right, last but not least, you're going to turn your valve counterclockwise until it pressurizes. Then you're going to keep a close eye on your valve as well as your compression fittings, top and bottom, right there for the next 5 minutes. You do not want to leave these alone to drip for any period of time. It'll cause massive water damage. So make sure you're checking them in 5 minutes and do your 5-minute drip down test. And don't forget the one that's inside of the fridge. It's easy to replace this one because it's cheap on Amazon. The other one costs a lot of money, but be sure to replace the one on the inside of the fridge as well. We'll put a link for a video for that. If not, follow along on the channel and you guys can see how that one's done. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.